Hi guys, it's Sean and and today's video is all about starting our homeschool. We will be starting homeschool August 1st, and the first kind of lessons that we'll be doing is all about ocean, sea life, the beach, and things like that. So it's written out by week at the top, but I'm just gonna do it whatever days he's home, and then my mom can do the other activities when my son is at her house, because she does watch him when I'm at work, so I'll be sending things over there that they can do at her house as well. So I have it broken into categories. So the first one is sensory, science, art, motor skills, thinking skills, practical life, language, and then an extra activity. So I wanted to do like a week by week kind of program to show you what we're doing, and then maybe if you were interested in it, maybe you could follow along or kind of do your own activities similar to the ones that I have written down here in my notebook. So for the first week is for sensory is taste. So I had written down goldfish, cookies, and crackers. I don't currently have any of the cookies. I need to go replace them, but I have these ones here. These are the Toy Story 4 ones, and they have the orange fish and then the blue fish and then some Toy Story characters. So they kind of just look like this. And then I have another one that's a different flavor. So this is the sour cream and onion one. So my son will just be snacking on those throughout the week, and I'll pick up the cookie version on the weekend, and he'll have those ones as well. Then for science, we're going to be doing a little experiment with sea monkeys. So this is a sea monkey set I have. This one I picked up at a store called Mastermind. Now I've also seen these in Walmart's, and when we did have Target in Canada, Target did carry it as well. So I picked up this item for, I believe it was like $20 at Mastermind. So we'll be doing this little experiment where you add in some water and these package, and you're supposed to grow these little creatures here. So interested to see how that turns out. For art, we are going to be making hand printed crabs with paint, red paint. So the way you do that is you put one hand like this, and then you put your other hand like this to make the crab's like front claws and then his other legs. And then we're going to add some like googly eyes too for his eyes. And then for motor skills, we're going to be doing fishing this first week. So I have this little bin here. This bin came from Dollarama, and I'll be filling it up with water. And then this set here with these 4 fish and the fishing rod came from Walmart for like $10. So my son will be using this. He can either use it in this bin, or he can play with this in the bath. My son does have actual sensory table over at my mom's house, so I can send these there as well. So that's for his motor skills. For his thinking skills is putting together ocean puzzles. Now I do have a larger floor ocean puzzle, but it's missing a piece at the moment. So when we're going through the puzzles, my son picked out these puzzles, so these are the ones we're going to be using. So there's this one here. This one was from Walmart for like $20. It has mermaids, some fish, and like a little seahorse and crab. He wanted to use this one. This one's more of like an infant style puzzle. He is turning 2.5 in August, so he just wanted this one, so he can have this one and do it. But I like this puzzle because we can go over the names of the sea creatures. We can talk about what the mermaids are wearing. So cute little puzzle. And then I have these 2 little puzzles from a set from Dollarama. This one is a 2-piece, and this one is a 4-piece puzzle. He's pretty much mastered these as well, but there's also a 6-piece to this and an 8-piece to this, which my mom has at her house. They're from Dollarama. I think they're like $3 or $4 for like 4 little puzzles. So he can do those puzzles. For practical life this week, for the first week, it will be feeding our fish. So it'll be his main responsibility. So I'll just show you our fish tank quickly. So here's our fish tank. It's at his level. It's like pretty much low to the ground. So in here, I don't know if you can see them, but there is a betta fish, and back there there's one of the some neon tetras, and there is a betta fish. I think it's hiding either in this like rock thing, barrel thing here. But there's 3 types of food. So we have the ones for the tropical fish, and then these ones are for the betta fish. So my son will just be feeding those, and these I'll put in a smaller container. I'll just give him a little bit throughout the week instead of having the full container. So that's first practical life skills. Up next on the plan is language, and the book I chose for this week would be Never Touch a Shark, which is this fun book from Scholastics. So it's a touch and feel kind of book, and it's got like a little saying about each sea animal. So we have the octopus, and it's kind of bumpy, and there's a seahorse, pufferfish. So this be going over the names of the different fish in the book, the sea turtle, and then my son can actually fill them as well. So super cute little book. And then so for language, you can use any book you have. You don't have to have that book, but any book you have that's about sea life. And then for the extra for the week is using Play-Doh and sand molds. So the ones that my son chose, he chose blue and orange Play-Doh. These are from Dollarama for like $1.25 each, but you can use any Play-Doh. You can even make your own. And when we're going through his sand toys, these are the ones he chose. So an orange fish, this red mermaid, and this whale. Now some people might say mermaids are not really considered sea life or ocean life, but my son really likes mermaids, so I'm gonna let him have the mermaids. We do have a storybook where it talks about the mermaids in the ocean, and he's also seen the movie The Little Mermaid, so he kind of likes mermaids. So I let him use that, and he can use his imagination as well. So I just want to show you quickly what we're going to be doing this first week and talking about ocean life. And I'll just give you an overview of the other things I have written down. So for the next weeks in August, we have smell. When I did my sensory, I broke it down into taste, smell, listening, sight, and touch. So the following week is smelling tuna, which may sound odd. Measuring the length of fish for science. Art will be rubbing, on shells and making pencil rubbings. Then we have stacking shells for motor skills, and then using the charts from Dollarama, Dollar Tree, that count by 2 and up to 100. It was 2 charts I picked up from the Dollar Tree. And then we have folding sea life clothing, spelling the word fish, and then extra science activity, which would be floating and sinking objects. And then I'll just quickly show you the rest. So I will be doing like a weekly video and just showing you the activities that I'll be doing with my son. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye. Thank you for staying to the end of this video. I'm going to insert some clips of my son playing in the waves and experiencing waves for the first time. We recently took a trip to Wasaga Beach, Ontario, and it was the first time he was actually in some waves and kind of swimming in a lake. So I'll add those clips in at the end. Thanks again for watching. Bye. Go in. Wow.